welcome to Retro Collectibles Live. I just got here from grabbing some jug up. If you'll give me a minute, I will get situated here. I'm your host for the night, Retro Collectibles. I see there's already a couple people here. Hello. One sec while I get up into the light. You guys know me. I had to go get some jug up. Come on. For a live, I needed some jug up. Actually, I think we'll go in the house where it's nice and air conditioned. How's everybody doing tonight? Did you guys see the video earlier? Hello, Max. How you doing? Rowdy Bobby, how are you doing? How are you guys both? I just got back from grabbing some snacks for the live. I actually, for a surprise, did a video earlier as well. So it's a video and a live on a Saturday. Usually it's one or the other, but grab my stuff, get in the house. Sorry about the bright light. I had to go out because I had things to do, places to go. Give me a second here, guys, getting situated. And then, of course, when I tried to log it or press the button, it did the spinny thing on me. I was trying to do it when I was at the red light over there, like a minute early, but there was like a cop beside me, like looking over, and I was like, 25 years later, it still makes me nervous. Wow. God, not doing anything wrong. Sean, how you doing, my friend? Sean Michael. Rowdy Bobby, okay, Neil, got a question. What the hell is up with these tuned cars? Tuned cars, did you say? Like the Dukes of Hazzard one that I unboxed a couple videos back? Yeah, if people are asking that, that's ridiculous. That must be eBay prices because you can get them for like $100 or under on Marketplace. I would never call that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of anyway. If you look back in my videos, I unboxed a couple videos ago. We unboxed a General Lee that was tuned. They also did a Smokey and the Bandit. They did, I believe, a Starsky and Hutch. Somebody recently was selling a bunch of them, actually. I'm just going to turn on a light for you guys here. And I'm going to grab a seat and grab a Pepsi so we can get into things. Wrong light. Wrong light. There we go. Glenn is out at his Dodge Ram meet. He may or may not be back. He may or may not get into the comments. Yeah, he has the link anyway. I told him if you're hanging out with buddies, don't be like on Facebook. Give me a second here. Gotta turn on the light. The set light. I don't even know if you guys will see it the way I'm gonna be sitting, but we'll see. Actually, I can't sit with it that far away because then I can't read questions. It's a new series called Cartooned. Yeah, I've never ever heard of it. I would have to look into that. I don't even know, like, who makes them? Hot Wheels? What scale are they? I just sold my 47,000. What's RCE? I'm not sure what that is. Does that say RCE? Sorry, my eyes are bad. It's a Chase 69 Blazer from the first series of Cartooned. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I'm gonna look that up when I'm done here, actually, because that's my curiosity is piqued. Just trying to make sure I'm getting all the comments. Lots of you guys here tonight. Thank you guys all for coming. Usually there's like a minute when I first get on, like a minute or two, I might be in here by myself, just chatting, waiting for people to get situated and stuff. But as soon as I came in, there is people tonight. There's already 6 people. Thank you guys. Yeah, my videos, my long form videos lately have been popping actually. So that's awesome. Glad you guys are enjoying them. Company called MGA. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Yeah, I've never ever heard of those at all before, actually. If you guys look in my today's video, I got something cool that I'm going to be displaying. It goes perfect with the Boss Hog custom 118 Boss Hog Cadillac. It's an actual piece of the boar's nest, like a piece of brick foundation from the boar's nest. It's actually a church now. It still stands, but it's a church. I don't know how the guy got some chunks of it, but he did. And it's certified, comes with a COA and all that other stuff, and it's gonna go awesome. Well, I'll show, in case any of you guys haven't seen this yet, but it's a recent video. It's from 2 videos ago. It's up on the main floor because I was showing Dave, but my friend G made that. I'm trying to make it so you guys could see the Boss Hog. I call it Boss Hog's Bad Caddy. Right there. This is different doing it like this, guys, so apologize for the camera angles and stuff. It's not like I'm recording normally, but look at those bull horns, the details into them. But yeah, Anson, so G did a bang-up job on the paint. Like when Dave H was here today, actually, he was quite surprised at the paint. He said, wow, we got to see if he'll paint other stuff. I said, oh yeah, he would. He enjoys doing it. Like, it's what he does. He's got his own little nook set up. Yeah, oh, there he is. There's the man himself. G is in the comments right now saying hello to all you guys. Yeah, but G, by the way, Dave was here earlier, and he's sitting on the patio with Glenn, and before I went out, I said to him, I got to show you that Cadillac. You haven't seen it yet in person, right? And he was quite, like, his reaction to it, I was surprised at his reaction. He was quite surprised, like, how nice it is. He was like, wow, we got to get him to paint other stuff. I said, yeah, that's what he does. He likes doing that. So, yeah, G, your Cadillac, everybody's loving that thing. Like, it's gotten a lot of love and a lot of attention. Wow. I put it in, it's not the Canadian 1 of 18 scale group. It's a movie and TV show car group, and I put it in there, and it's getting like a lot of comments and likes and stuff. Sean Michael, so one thing I enjoy in your video is when you do a comparison of basically identical cars but by different companies. I'm glad you give to. Yeah, I enjoy doing that too, and I'm glad you guys like that, because when I first started collecting, because I wanted to start getting movie cars, I didn't know which one was the best one. Like for Eleanor, for example, Greenlight makes 118 Eleanor. Shelby Collectibles makes 118 Eleanor. I'm trying to think if anybody else does offhand. I know that one company, actually it's Greenlight, they make a 1 of 12 Eleanor as well, I believe. But I went into the Canadian. I cannot say enough about this group for large scale diecast. If you're in Canada or if you're anywhere, you don't have to be in Canada, I don't think, but it's the Canadian 118 Collectors Group, it's called. I hope it just said reconnect. I hope you guys can see me. It's a lot of old school collectors, and they answered a lot of questions for me. They taught me how to do stuff, like they taught me how to remove the stripe off of the Maisto car, how to do wheel swaps. Like, they're really cool. They don't talk down to you. Like, any scammers, they get, it's like ODA, but it's for 1 of 18 scale cars. Yeah, I love it, actually. I love that group. But anybody scamming is gone right away if there's any scammers or anything. And oh yeah, you guys are talking about that car now. Yeah, G, if it's like a Hot Wheel or anything like that, he'll know about it for sure. I would never spend that. No, me neither. Me neither. You know me, like, you know how I think. Like, that's there's a limit to how cool something is, or how, you know, like, there's a threshold to everything, right? it's like years ago when people would try to charge ridiculous price for an ounce of weed. An ounce of weed's $200. This guy's selling it for $320. Oh, it's mind blowing. Blah blah blah. You're only gonna get so high. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's the thing. There's got to be a limit to what people will spend. I don't agree with spending like thousands and thousands, but if people have the spare money to do it, I guess. I just wouldn't do it. To me, there's limits, and I like hunting this stuff down for a bargain. And that's what I try to show you guys how to do, hunt it down for a bargain. That's actually the goal of the channel, is to show you guys how to build your collection on a budget. Because you guys, if you watch back in my videos, my first 1 of 18 scale movie car was a big one. It was the Silver Screen Machines General Lee. And I got that in a screaming deal. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to start collecting movie cars since I've got the big one out of the way. So that's what I did. I dove into movie cars. But I'm not rich. Like, I pay child support. Rent is crazy here where I live. G will tell you that. Yeah, I'm not rich, and you guys see some of the cars I have, and it's due to either I hunt them down for cheap or I don't get them. You know what I mean? Some of those cars, like the Auto Art Bullet, it was in my mind I would never own it because it's like I cannot pay. Well, I see one on Marketplace for $250 in the box right now listed. It's kind of like a hidden ad for an Auto Art Bullet, but even $250 I couldn't see myself because I'm not a rich guy, you know what I mean? So that's what I try to teach you guys, because I'm like you guys. A lot of you guys aren't rich either. So there was a car. So regarding what older cars are worth, how do you determine a good price without overpaying? Some people use eBay, but the thing with eBay, I don't use eBay to price stuff, and here's why. I'll explain it to you guys. eBay is not an even platform across the board. Say somebody will pay for a Maisto, for a 118 Maisto. Say you see a sold listing for $100. That could be somebody that lives in the middle of Alaska that doesn't have a Costco store, has no choice. Or somebody that doesn't know any better, but because he paid it, then it's, oh, well, that's got to be worth it because there's a sold listing on eBay. No. Like, for example, even me, my hometown is 8 hours from here, Sault Ste. Marie. They didn't have a Walmart when I moved down south here in 2000. They didn't have Walmart. They got 2 of them now, but they didn't have it when I moved away. Even now, I can get stuff for cheaper in Hamilton than they can back there because there's more competition here, more opportunities, more factory outlets, you know what I mean? And not to mention eBay, I've heard stuff about shill bidding. What I usually do is I find if it's a super rare item, you'll have to go to eBay. But if it's kind of an item that you see around, like a Silver Screen Machine General Lee or something like that, you can start looking on Marketplace and Kijiji. This is what I do, and I start memorizing the prices. And I actually watch what moves. Like on Kijiji, it actually shows you how many days something's been listed for. And yeah, I just and what things sell for in groups, because that's real time sales where I live in Canada, right? Like, if I see the same car sell for $80 in the Canadian 1 of 18 scale diecast group, to me it's worth $80. Or I price it as cheap as I can get it for on Marketplace, you know what I mean? But eBay, I usually find it's on the high end. Like, there's guys that say they knock off 20%, this and that. And sometimes it sounds like the price is reasonable and stuff. I just try to keep away from eBay. I try to do it with prices kind of from my area and demographic, you know what I mean? Because eBay, it's people think it's a flat demographic, and it's not. Like, it could be dudes that live where there's no Walmart, you know what I mean? But that's an explanation of what I think about eBay. But people just look at it what they're priced for instead of looking at. So yeah, Well, that's another thing too. Sold listing, G. You got to look at what things actually sell for, and what people don't take into account either is shipping and handling and all that other charges, whether it's part of the price or not. That's still part of the end price. Like a lot of people, like somebody will send it to me and say, "Oh, look at this! It's only $39.99." Okay, well that's the American eBay. So convert it to Canadian. Add shipping and handling. Like it's basic. Okay, you guys are talking about those cars. That's awesome that G actually knows about them, because I felt bad, G, because Rowdy Bobby was asking me about them. And what am I doing? Getting up to grab a Pepsi and I already have one. Bobby was asking me what I knew about them, and I don't know anything about them. So I'm glad that somebody in here knows something about them. So like I said, Glenn is absent tonight. He's at his Dodge Ram meet. He owns a beautiful Dodge Ram Warlock, and he's part of a local group. And one of the guys in the group actually comes and buys diecast cars off me, actually. It's funny because I think I surprised him, because he asked me, "Oh, I can't get a Bumblebee, blah, blah, blah." And it seems like a nice, cool guy. I told him I'd keep my eye out for him, and he probably thought, "Oh, everybody says that," you know what I mean? And 2 days later, I found Bumblebee. I messaged him up and said, "Hey, dude, I got some Bumblebees. How much?" I think I paid $2. Really? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna charge you $10 for it. Like, but yeah, he's coincidentally in that group. Sorry guys, that's my coffee. Mopar Fest. I was actually thinking about going to Mopar Fest this weekend in New Hamburg. What that is, it's the biggest Mopar festival, I think, in all of Canada. Like, it is humongous, and I've been to it before. Like, it's so big, they have shuttle buses that you get off in this parking lot of an arena, and shuttle buses take you into the grounds. Like, that's how big it is. And what scared me off was there was thunderstorm warnings all weekend and squalls and shit. Neil, you buying the truckster? Oh, gee, I wish I could. I was gonna mention that to all you guys. Um, I was. Hey, synthetic panels, welcome, buddy. I don't know if you've been here before, but we are all friendly, so welcome. We all chat about the hobby, about diecast. There's never any trolls in here. We haven't had anybody we had to kick out any of these yet, so all good. Gee, I wish I could buy that. Okay, here's a question I have for any of you guys and anybody that watches this video after it's live, because it goes as a regular video after it's live. Why is the Greenlight Artisan 1 of 18 scale family truckster? I have never seen it under $400. A couple years before I started collecting diecast, I was seeing that on Kijiji more back then than I do now. Back then it was 400. And I said, that thing's on. And then as soon as I seen the price, because I didn't collect diecast, I was turned right off, you know what I mean? But what I've got to ask is, what makes it $400? Is it rare? Like, did they only make 3,000 of them? Is there less of them in Canada? Like, did they release more in the States than they did here? What's the reason? Why is it $400 every time you see it? Is it just because it's such a cool looking car? Like, what's the reasoning behind the money? I would really love to know that, if any of you guys can answer that. And yeah, synthetic panels. Every Saturday I try to do either a video or a live. If I don't give a video to you guys, I do a live. Today I actually got a video out. Yeah, some days I'm more energetic than others on Saturday, so I'll do a video and do a live as well. So, but we always like to see new people here. It's awesome. A couple videos ago, there was a bunch of people watching, but there was only a couple people commenting. So I actually said, hey, you guys that are watching, blah, 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 if you guys want to chime in, we're friendly. We're just talking about diecast, blah, blah, blah. And people actually did chime in. But yeah, we're a friendly group. Everybody's welcome. There's nobody, we don't discriminate. There's nobody barred from here. Yeah, anybody can come. Anybody can be in the chat. Anybody can be a retro maniac. Anybody can be in the 905 crew. There you go. And is this still earlier? I don't know if it's because of the weather, because we've had squall warnings and stuff, but earlier I had interruptions. Like I had the spinny thing on the screen, and at one point it said reconnect, but as soon as I pressed it, it was live again. So hopefully that's not interrupting anything here. I think there was a small run. It originally sold for $125. Yeah, Artisan is not super expensive. But that is why that limited run. Thank you. You just answered, because that's like Artisan's nice. Like the Daisy Duke Jeep, they did a nice job on it. Roscoe's patrol car did a great job on it. Like some of them are nice, and I want them down the line, especially since I got Boss Hog Caddy now. Now I want the Jeep. I want, like, I'll show you guys. Most of you have seen, but like you could still get this. It's not supposed to be Uncle Jesse's truck, but Greenlight did it, and the Mego Bo and Luke Duke figures actually fit in it behind the wheel. It's a tight squeeze, but Artisan did the Roscoe car. You could still get that for a decent price. The rest of them are all crazy. This one here, happy birthday, General Lee. That's beautiful, but ooh. That would be, I was telling Dave, that would be the ultimate, if you made a black General Lee, like what I made him out of the Maisto. Imagine taking a black, happy birthday General Lee and doing it up. Ooh, that'd be beautiful. That is a beautiful car, that car. I have the Artisan Fast and Furious Times Daytona. Oh, you know what? I didn't know you had that. I wouldn't have minded having a look at that when I was at your house. I had no idea you had that. Yeah, Artisan, I like some of them. Some of them I don't like Starsky and Hutch car. When Glenn had it, you couldn't open the hood. For a car like that, I want the hood to open. But for Roscoe's patrol car, Daisy's Jeep, you know what I mean? You don't need the hood to open. And Roscoe's car, the doors open, the front, the driver and passenger doors. So that X'd out the fact of nothing opening on any of them. I was actually impressed. Yeah, Max, that is actually Glenn's Duke display. But actually, unless you're talking about mine, the caddy's up here right now. But I think I showed G already that I rearranged my cabinets for this car, like to have it with the General Lee. I rearranged my cabinet for that car. That doesn't happen often. Like I kicked an Auto Art Bullet out of there, G. Like I kicked an Auto Art Bullet and an Authentics Charger off that shelf for that car, and it looks amazing on that shelf. And when I get the piece of the boar's nest, that's gonna look great. That is gonna look amazing. Does anyone make the Mad Max? Oh yeah, the Mad Max car. You know, I believe Auto Art makes that. There's a few people. Greenlight makes it. I get asked from time to time why I don't have Mad Max, and it's because simply I was never into it as a kid. But I get asked that all the time, where's my Mad Max car? But I know Auto Art did a Mad Max car, and it looks amazing. They also did the Green Hornet car, Auto Art. By the way, I don't know, G, if you knew that, but Dave has the Auto Art Green Hornet car. Very nice. That Green Hornet car by Auto Art is gorgeous looking when I was looking. I will gladly babysit your Auto Art Bullet. Yeah, no doubt. The Auto Art Bullet is gorgeous. I've got to tell you, if you're a new viewer, I have love for Ertl, okay? And when the Ertl Bullet Mustang, before I had the Auto Art Bullet, I did never held it in my hand, right? So I was looking at pictures and I could knock it over that the color of it is just a shade off what it's supposed to be. Like it's for whatever reason they got everything else good on the Auto Art Bullet, but the color. And I love the Ertl, the way it sits and everything like that. But before I saw the Auto Art Bullet, I loved the Ertl one more. And then what happened, the Auto Art Bullet, believe it or not, I got one for $100 Canadian in the box. The videos, in my videos, I drove to, I think it was, Barrie, I think we drove, no, was it Barrie? It was either Barrie or Brantford. One of my videos, I drove to Barrie to get a big car, and another video, I drove to Brantford. I think it was Brantford for the Auto Art Bullet. But I paid $100 in the box. And it wasn't because the guy didn't know what it was, the value of it, because he's in the Canadian 1 of 18 group. It was because he said he paid around that for it. He enjoyed it and just wanted it to go to somebody else. Once in a while, weird stuff like that'll happen too. He was similar to me because when I sold off a lot of my stuff, most of it went for what I paid, and some of it was a good deal. I'm glad Glenn got a lot of stuff from me because I got to still look at it. Like he got a lot of vintage stuff. And speaking of Mr. Glenn, he is pulling up in his truck right now, actually. Yes, it is a gift from my family for Christmas. Oh, what you're talking about? You got Mad Max, G? Or Max got it? Max, did you get the Mad Max car? And yeah, that is Glenn. We don't gotta run over and beat him. It's not a burglar. See if you can. See if you can see him because I can't see the camera. Oh yeah, you could probably see him walking up. He said hello to you guys anyway.
Yeah, my stupid phone's gonna die at 9% when I left.
I got you. They didn't have Kit Kat bars. I got you caramel because I know you like those, right?
Yeah, my mom more liked them, but I'm easy on junk food. I like.
I'm pretty easy too with junk food, buddy. Yeah, as long as it doesn't have raisins in it, like the fruit and that. Ugh. You know what junk food I didn't used to like? My parents both had diabetes, and that's where I got my sweet tooth. They had the self-inflicted kind. And my mother used to like those cherry blossoms that had that sweet syrup in them. Ooh, just thinking about that's too much for me even.
I never tried them, but I don't like cherries, so I wouldn't try them.
Oh, Max, you have the Green Hornet. Is it the Auto Art one that you have? Why don't I remember that?
Which Green Hornet, the Mustang or the Lincoln?
Max is saying oh, Max, are you talking about the Mustang Green Hornet? You might be thinking about the Mustang, and we're talking about the movie car. Hey, Glenn, and for sure, Chuck. Okay, yeah, we're all talking to each other. No, I don't have Mad Max. Max was saying he has Green Hornet. Sorry about that, G. Yeah, I got confused. I mean, Nate. Hey, Neil. Hey, everybody. Oh, no problem, buddy. I mean, Nate. Your reel did pretty good on Facebook and on YouTube, by the way. People liked seeing your lowrider, your RC car. It got a lot of positive views when we put it up. I don't know if Gordon's going to watch, actually. Now that I remember, I kept forgetting to put it in a video. But Gordon, your cars are safe here. I'm just glad that they didn't end up mixed in with Glenn's stuff because we would have been screwed because he might have thought they were his because he's got so much stuff. Luckily, they were just in a bag. Yeah, the RC Impala was really cool. G could probably take a car like that and paint it right up, like give it a wicked paint job. That would be killer. Oh, you were talking the movie car. No, sorry, Max. Now that I have Max in my eyesight here. Oh, it is the Auto Art. Wow. Why didn't I know that you had that? That's crazy. Dave Harrod just bought that, and it was not cheap. He got it from the place at the Dixie Mall. That guy does not charge cheap prices because he probably pays out the butt for rent because he's got a big, huge area. But if you the what we do is we go and get a bulk deal out of him, and he works with you then with the prices. But we don't go just buy one item. We go to make it worth our time and make it so that he's still making money. But yeah, that's why that guy has to charge so much. And I think that by the way, the family truckster that's on Marketplace, I think that's theirs at the place. Oh, Gordon's here now. It's funny. Yeah, there you are. I was wondering if you were gonna come. I just showed your cars literally, and there you are. That's hilarious. But yeah, I'm glad that they were just sitting in a bag on the the stair railing, and they didn't end up downstairs. I'm glad they did not end up downstairs. But now, even if they did end up downstairs, they're in my radar. So, Gordon, what did you think of the Boss Hog car? It's probably not really your thing, but you got to admire the workmanship into that. I also have the Green Hornet Mustang. Oh, yeah, the Green Hornet Mustang. That's the one that Glenn has too, right? By Acme. That was killer. Didn't that get a really high mark from me or something?
Yep, that one I got from David Lamar.
Yeah, I think that car got like a really high grade when I unboxed it. That in his green GMP car. I think the Green Hornet, yeah, because it was the paint that was catching my eye, the paint job on it. Oh, by the way, guys, keep an eye out. Salito is coming out with a bunch of cars. They're supposed to be out in September. Now, I don't recommend pre-order just because I've had bad experience. G's had bad experience. It seems like some of these places, when they get your money, they kind of treat you differently once they have your money and you're on the waiting end. So I'd rather wait till the stuff's in stock and order it. But Salito has something for all of us this month, next month. They've got a Challenger that's done up as a Dukes of Hazzard tribute car, like a new Challenger done up like General Lee. And this is Salito. So if you order them from the Quebec stores, there's $69 plus tax and shipping for a 118, okay? They've got a Honda Civic hatch, a white one, and then they've got a Spoon Honda Civic, a yellow one, and then they've got the RWB Porsche that I want, the Darth Vader. They've got like literally 5 cars that I want that are not movie cars. So I think I might end up getting into other stuff as well. Kevin Killjoy. Hey, Kevin. How you doing? I'm glad to see all you guys got along in the comments, too. That's awesome. That is really cool because that's what it's all about, is the camaraderie with the hobby. That's what a lot of people, unfortunately nowadays, for a lot of people, it's just about profit. Yeah, this is more about camaraderie, what we all have here. Sorry, you guys got to look at my head. I just try to look at the comments. Glenn's doing something with his cabinets here. What are you doing, Glenn?
I sold one of my cars, but I gotta...
Oh, he sold a car on Marketplace, I think, probably. Is the guy coming now?
No, I gotta ship it to Kingston.
Oh, okay.
Glen Burnie, which is around Kingston somewhere.
I could help you with that. I could help you figure out, because you want the smallest... Actually, you don't want the smallest box, because you want it packed good.
Yeah, and Dave got me a price from Canada Post. It was $30 right in 3 days.
Oh, that's not too bad. But yeah, the box that you use has to fit through a little hole or whatever, I think, or that's the biggest thing. You have to find a box and you have to ship it without it getting damaged. That's
He said he can give me a box at work.
Oh, good.
So
everybody's got a fortune in diecast. Yeah, So if we were to price our stuff out for what some people try to charge, wow, like what's in my cabinets, you like somebody that didn't know how I get my stuff, like if they look at my cabinet, they think that I must have spent a fortune. But it's not the case. It's just because we bust our rumps and hunt around and help each other out and use our connections. And um I've helped G get cars before. Actually, Gordon and G, I don't know if they met in person yet, but Gordon, who's in the comments, gave G a smoking deal on a car. G has given me uh, awesome deals, given me stuff. Um, yeah, like we all help each other out. That's what it's all about. I've got a Solito Challenger Hellcat they released a few years ago in burnt orange. It's very nice for the price. Only has opening doors. It does have workings. Oh, wow. I did not know that. I was wondering because somebody asked in the Canadian 1 of 18 group uh, that very question, Hemi Nate. Somebody asked that very question because at the Canadian 118 group, somebody in there is taking pre orders for that Hazard Tribute car. And somebody asked that question, does it have opening hood and trunk and all that? And the person didn't give them the wrong answer because they didn't give them a definitive. They said it's Solito, so I think it does, or something along those lines, or maybe it's a different casting and it does now, although I doubt it, but I guess we'll have to see. But it would kind of suck being a lead tribute and not having that. Glenn, I'm just going out for a CBD break.
Yep.
It would suck not having that open. That would be one thing, but it would still look like a killer display piece. Don't get me wrong, because it just looks cool sitting there. But I love the look of those Hondas too. I've got weird taste across the board, hey guys. Like I like all kinds of different stuff, weird stuff, all that, and yeah, the Honda, the Spoon Civic, the yellow one, I don't like it as much as the stock white one. Like just the way it looks stock, you know what I mean? Gordon, what do you think about those Solitos coming out? I bet you got your eye on them. Are you gonna get one if you're still here with us, Gordon? Unfortunately, no. Only a few Solito 118 have opening parts. Most have the doors. Oh wow, okay. So there we go. And I'm gonna go. I believe what Hemi Nate's saying because he knows his stuff. With yeah, like he's the one that told me about the opening doors on the whatchamacallit. And do I gotta run to my car? Yeah. And where's my car keys? Sorry, you could do your thing, Glenn. It doesn't matter. I'm walking around anyway, so poor Glenn is standing there. I think he thought that he shouldn't make any noise or something, but it's okay.
I'm just wondering how high my phone will be charged.
Oh, okay. If it's you got it on your quick charger, it should be fast because mine's pretty quick. He's charging his phone.
35%.
He discovered recently what I discovered, the difference, like my iPhone, if I use one of the old school chargers compared to one of the newer chargers, wow, big difference in the time. Just making sure I don't miss any questions. Nate, I was planning to go to Mopar Fest. No, not yet. No, one project at a time, my friend. I haven't ordered any Clodbuster parts because I'm not a rich guy. I can only do one project at a time. And the Cadillac is still kind of on the go because I'm going to order a CB antenna for that next. But I will be ordering parts for that. 100%, that's a project on the channel. But I just do kind of try to do one at a time. Yeah, and I kind of one thing I neglected was that the friggin' what was it? The Christine charger. I forgot about that, but that's okay because we the boss hog out of it. Oh, 1 second here. We got the boss hog out of it, so. Okay. Beautiful out tonight. It was humid as heck earlier when I went out in my car, guys. I was frying. I sat in my car and I got worried about my AC. I thought, because I've never recharged it since I've had the car, and it took a while to get it pumping cold, but it was just so warm out. Took a while for the AC to overpower all that BS. So, but yeah, I'm excited about that. That's gonna take a while. As well for the Clodbuster, because when I do that, I'm going to do that proper, because that's something I've always wanted when I was a kid, since I was a kid. I've unfortunately never gone to Mopar Fest. We were going to go, sorry, I trailed off, Nate. We were going to go this weekend, and I was planning to make a video, because if anybody lives in this area and you have not gone and you have a chance to go one year, like if you couldn't go this year, Nate, never went, you should try to go next year. It's amazing. It's the biggest Dodge show you'll see. Well, in Canada, I believe anyway. Like, I've been there for 3 different years. The first year I went was back in 2003. It was August 15th weekend. I know that because I got a call that my sister passed away that weekend. But that was the first time I had ever gone to Mopar Fest. And that was way back. And it has since, I gotta go to my car again. And it has since gotten bigger. But they had, the first year I went there, they had rows of General Lee cars there, and they had Cooter's Cruiser there, like not the real Cooter. But you know who I did meet, and I bought a t-shirt off of? The mechanic. One of the main mechanics that worked on the General Lee, Tom Sarmento. Yeah, my Hazard County shirt, that orange one that you might have seen me wear in videos. That came from Tom Sarmento, and I didn't realize because I was doing drugs back then probably, but I bought the shirt and didn't realize that he was signing them. I just bought the shirt and walked away from the guy because I didn't know what it was, who he was, and then later on I figured out who it was. I was like, damn it, Neil. Okay, don't mind me, guys. I left half my shit in the car, my popcorn, everything else. There's my bag of candy. I could stuff that in my pocket. Sorry, guys. Come on. Are you kidding me? Okay. You are a ghost? Can't see. Oh, me. Yeah, because, sorry, G. It's because I was in my car digging around for stuff. When I came back, I was in a rush, so I left a can of chili, a bag of popcorn, and my bag of candy on the seat. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I think I follow their Facebook page. Take up a lot of room. You have 117. I didn't know you had that many either. Holy shit, that's a lot. And yeah, they do take up a lot of room. That's why I had to transfer basically from out of one thing and into the other. Before, that's why I wouldn't collect 118s, because they took up too much room. I had a bunch of 1 of 24 scale, believe it or not, green lights. And sorry, I'm going back into the light. But I had quite the collection of green light 1 of 24 scale chases, green machines and stuff. Okay. But yeah, once I seen the detail of the bigger stuff, I was hooked. Oh, you're talking real vehicles. My buddy in Colborne has a general. Oh, you're not too far from us either. Cruisers, tow truck, and sheriff car. He attends Duke Fest every year. Oh wow. You know what? I think I heard of a guy out that way having a General Lee. Actually, he wasn't recently selling his General Lee, was he? Or had it for sale on Kijiji? Maybe that was a different guy, but I know I've heard of a car like that being out that way. And I am just a disorganized mess. No, it's not like I would have the money to buy it anyway. Pink Swinger, Sassy, Grass Duster, and if you're wow. Your friend's got some loot then. What candy did you get? Oh, I'm hooked on these. Actually, hold on, they're on the counter. These, but only the grape ones. And it sucks. They're two bags for $5, but then it sucks because somebody else likes them too and goes and buys them all, and then sometimes I go to get them and they're not there, and it's like, you just bought them all on me, frig sakes. That sucks. But yeah, that's what I've been hooked on lately. 71 CUDA convertible, Nash Bridges cost over the. Oh yeah, I would love that one myself. That's the one by, what is it, Highway 61, I believe, right? Yeah, I believe it, and it is actual Nash Bridges. That is crazy. You know what else is a crazy price? What else is a crazy price is what was it? Oh, the actual. It's right on. Oh, Magnum PI with the Robin plate. That is a pretty crazy price itself. You won't find that for under like $400 usually. And some stuff, I hate to say it, but some stuff is so rare you have no choice but to go to eBay for it. That's the one good thing that I like about eBay is what I do with eBay is I will actually I'll go on there looking around to see what's available, you know what I mean? Okay, taking you guys for one last walk. But yeah, eBay is good for showing what's out there and what's available, and I go on there looking for old stuff that I didn't even know existed. Like a lot of times I'll find stuff on there like old, like I think that's how I found the Matchbox movie cars. Was I went on eBay looking around, typed in like movie cars, TV cars. But yeah, I would love that Nash Bridges car, but I don't think I'm gonna get that for some guy selling it for $100. I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay, I got the light on in the car, so I'm not as much of a ghost. Sorry guys, I won't be long doing this. I should have my flashlight. Okay, got it. Okay. That was way under. Okay. Whoop. There. No, I'm not taking a poop, guys. I'm getting out of my car, I promise. Well, I might be pooping in my car. Ferris Bueller Ferrari. The actual one is, yeah, the Hot Wheels. You know what? Since you're talking about this, I showed G this series, but it's a crazy price. Hot Wheels Elite made a series of movie car Ferraris. Only the Ferraris off movie and TV. And one of 18, like for example, one of them was Miami Vice, one of them was Magnum PI. There was between 4 and 6 of them, and if you go on eBay, you can see them. I'm getting back in the light again, guys. But yeah, I found the collection of them one time, and I showed G a picture of them off eBay. But they're all numbered, like they're all under 3,000, something like that, each car. And yeah, they're crazy price, insane price. But they're Hot Wheels Elite, so they got to be nice, and they're all licensed. Like it actually says Miami Vice on the one box. And yeah, the Hot Wheels Ferris Bueller is expensive. You know what I did for a Ferris Bueller car? I took and it was actually a high quality one, Hot Wheels brand that I used, but it was a Hot Wheels branded, it was the same type of car, but it had like race logos and stuff on it. It was one of those from that series of Ferrari. And I removed all the tampos off the car, and then I painted the interior to match Ferris Bueller's interior the best I could. And it turned out pretty decent, actually. I don't know if you've seen it, but I'll bring you downstairs. I'll show you quickly. Okay, I'll turn the light on here, going down. That way I don't look like a ghost. Now this cabinet, don't mind the cabinet because the Cadillac is out of it because I took it upstairs to show Dave earlier. I have OCD when I do that shit. But I'll turn on the light on both cabinets so you guys can see them. Okay, so. Okay, get ready. I'll turn these around, see if you could see them. So hard to line things up when I'm, okay. Boom, and all the lights came on at once for once. A lot of times I have to click it a couple times. But I have the Miami Vice, but it's not licensed Miami Vice. But it was by KK Scale Model, and believe it or not, you could still get it on Amazon.ca, my friend. I think it was under $130 delivered. The figure was extra, but here is the Ferris car I went with. Now, this isn't the one where I painted the interior. The one that I painted the interior, I sold it to a viewer called Willie Davidson. This is another one that I got that was identical to the one that I sold that had the painted interior. But it's the same car, just with the tampos removed. But that was Hot Wheels. It's got an opening trunk and everything, and it's actually pretty high quality. Good details, everything opens nice, got nice wire wheels. Not exactly like Ferris's car, but close enough. They did good with that Ferris figure, I tell you though, boy. Wow. I hope you guys were able to just see that stuff there. Oh, it looks awesome. Yeah, awesome. You guys seen it. I got the Miami Vice KK69. You know what I did for that is somebody hooked me up with, for the black Ferrari you mean on there, somebody hooked me up with a Hot Wheels Ferrari, and it's funny, this one was red, and the guy painted it black. Now that paint, if I showed you guys up, it doesn't look like the paint job G did. Like it's got like, you know, fish eyes and everything. I didn't paint it, but I wouldn't do much better myself. But you could sure see the difference. This one's of course factory done. KK Scale Model, it's good bang for your buck. Good night, Rowdy Bobby. And yeah, that's the black one there, Kevin. Like I said, it doesn't have the best paint job, but it's okay. Better than nothing to go beside the white Ferrari there. And like I said, good night, Rowdy Bobby. I'm going to turn off these lights in these cabinets here. I'll let you guys see before I shut it down. Shut these down. Boom. It's funny. It must be because you guys are watching, because usually I have to aim it just perfect to get all the lights to turn off and on at once, but. And yeah, Hemi Nate in the comments is actually quite knowledgeable about a lot of these cars. He taught me a few things. I know a lot about these cars, but I still learn a lot of stuff. And some I learned from viewers, I learned from friends, I learned a lot from G that's in the comments. Yeah, it's you find that you learn stuff every day. With me, I think with my ADHD, it makes me memorize a lot of stuff that I'm interested in, like prices and stuff like that on Marketplace, and that's what helps me to do what I do, I believe. It's one of those things. And I gotta turn on the light out there. I'm gonna take you guys outside. So I could have my CBD break. Glenn, if you need to go to bed, you can, and I could move this outside.
So, is this your Canada Dry here? Did I?
No, that's gotta be yours, buddy.
Okay, I'll.
Yeah, I don't drink the Canada Dry unless I run out. Although it's not terrible. Sorry, buddy. Okay. Outside with you guys. And by the way, I've been off of weed. I use CBD. No stomach attacks at all. So it was THC that was causing my stomach attacks. Cannabinoid hypermesis syndrome. It was actually it's THC, what they thought. Because to diagnose something like that, it's actually a diagnosis of what they call exclusion. So we had to exclude it in order to diagnose it. And yeah, that's what it turned out to be. Good chatting with you guys. See you next week. Yeah, buddy. Sean, how it works, if we don't do a video on Saturday, we do a live. But today we decided to do both. I'm glad you decided to stay up, though, my friend. I try to help where I can with what I'm knowledgeable. Yeah, well, you've been a good help, buddy. And it was a good idea, you with the 118 car show as well. And if it's getting late for any of you guys, feel free to bail. It's okay. I'll probably be bailing myself in the next 10 minutes or so. So don't feel shy if you guys are tired. Glenn is coming out here with his midnight snack, it looks like. Well, not midnight, but...
Then I have a question, because you may know more about this than me, or some of the viewers.
Okay.
I complimented a guy on Marketplace because he had a nice pristine collection there.
Yeah.
Anyway, he told me he built it himself. So what you do is you join this group, or this Facebook group.
Yeah.
It's $60 per month, and you order the parts from for whatever car you're going to build.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Then,
yeah.
And then you build the car yourself, but it's die-cast.
Yeah. By the time it's done, though, it's not cheap. But yeah, I've heard of that. They did it for a few different movie cars.
He's got a Ghostbusters that's 30 pounds in weight, unfinished.
Wow.
He sent me pictures of that one and the group info.
Yeah, I've heard of that. It's I don't know if there's different companies doing it now. It's probably the same company though, but Glenn is talking about a company that they send you a part every month. Dave Mancave, hey man, hope all is well, just tuning in from good old Ireland. Oh, awesome, my friend. Yeah, everything is good, Dave. I'm feeling, I don't know when the last time was you tuned in, but I feel a lot better now, my friend, from what was all going on with me. I was a beast at work this week. I'm back to being my beast self at work. I'm definitely, whatever was wrong with me is not wrong with me now. And I could tell that the way I was moving this week at work. I was moving like a young man. Even the way I was walking around today when I was in the stores and stuff, I was walking like a young man. So thank you for asking that, my friend. And I love that you tune in all the way from Ireland too. That's awesome. Yeah, we're all the way over here in Canada. It's beautiful out here tonight. We got a nice breeze and it's not very humid. It was humid earlier though. Glenn said the humidity didn't bother him, but it was quite humid.
I didn't even notice it. I've had my windows down in the truck when I was
Have Dave?
The roof open. All right, just saying.
Oh, hey Dave.
Roof and the pictures of the Ghostbusters car.
Oh, cool. I will check that out. I will check that out. I can't. It's out of my league for price wise, but I'll check it out.
Right now for me. Well,
there's a few different. Minis that do their generally 1/8 scale. Yeah, exactly. I thought it might have been a different because Glenn's saying it's a guy in a Facebook group that's doing it. But yeah, usually those are out of my price league because they're usually like $2,000 or $3,000 by the time they're done. At least the one that I seen was it a Knight Rider car? Or was it the Back to the Future DeLorean? One of them.
Buddy said they had the Back to the Future DeLorean. They have the Ghostbusters.
One of them I was looking at,
And it's not Lego. It's metal, like diecast.
one of them I was looking at, and it was I can't remember. I think it was the Back to the Future, and I looked at it, and by the time it was done, it was thousands of dollars. Do I collect Hot Wheels 164? I used to. I collect some still. If it catches my eye, I used to big time. Like if you go back into my old videos, Kevin, I had uh, not even a year, just over a year ago, I had a toy room. It was a second bedroom, and that's what a lot of it was Hot Wheels. Vintage Hot Wheels, movie Hot Wheels were all over my walls. Like I collected, what my favorite ones were the retro entertainment ones, you know, the with the cinema cards. I collected those big time. Those are some of my favorites. I have a friend on Facebook who did Dom's Charger from Fast and Furious. Oh, okay. I think that was it. That one I seen, or was it the Back to the Future? I thought it was the Back to the Future, but that Dom's Charger sounds familiar too. It was one of them though. But yeah, Kevin, I used to big time, and you know who does big time? G in the comments here still collects. In fact, if you go back into my videos, I do a tour of G's collection, and it's probably a collection like I don't know that you've seen a collection like his before. Like and he has it set up like a museum. Like it's all in order and it's all complete. Like he has the entire retro entertainment collection, which is huge. Huge, huge. I collect the premium Hot Wheels and RLC. Yeah, some RLCs I grab. I collect some of them. I lucked out with the pink Skyline last year. Actually, I did some trick. I at first I got counted out, and then my friend said back out and go back in and add. It was that premium card to the cart, and I did that, and I got a pink Skyline. I couldn't believe it. There was people that were pissed about that. That was the most controversial RLC. I think I did a video on that too. But yeah, I still do collect certain Hot Wheels. Like if one comes out that I love, like you know that Jaws premium that came out with the Blazer, I had to have that for sure. But yeah, if hot cars that come out like that Skyline from Gran Turismo, I got that last month when it came out. Actually, that's in one of my YouTube videos too. I took a friend toy hunting. We stopped at Toys R Us in London, Ontario, and the pegs were loaded with those Skylines. I couldn't believe it. That would never happen in Hamilton here. And the girl that worked at that Toys R Us, it was on Wonderland Road. She was acting like it was like, oh, we'll come back stock day when there's more fresh stock. Like she was acting like it was like crappy stock. I was like, wow. I still hunt them for my friends every day, Hot Wheels. Premiums and all that. I still hunt them every day for my friends. It's the thrill of the hunt. Like when I'm at work, I go on my lunch break and check when the store opens. Like next week, I'm on mornings, and I will check when I'm on mornings. If you're wondering, this is CBD, and believe me, it does not taste the same or do the same thing as what I'm used to. It tastes like bunky weed, is what it tastes like. Hey. The RLC car release. Oh, the Typhoon is coming out. I forgot all about that. You know what? I've been taking up, or I've been forgetting. I forgot when that white Integra came out, the Type R. I forgot all about it, and I wanted to go for that so bad, but I totally forgot it. There's a couple I wanted to go for that I forgot about. But yeah, that Typhoon is one that I would consider. I'm very, very picky with the RLC stuff because the numbers, like, they're not as nearly as limited as they were. But if it's something I really like, and that Typhoon I was pretty fond of actually when I seen it. If 118s take up space, can you? Oh yeah, 1 of 8s. Yeah, imagine starting to collect those. Like that Ecto one that Blitzway did. That you need literally a coffee table to display it on. That's crazy. Drinking a few beer now. Oh, awesome. Enjoy. Sometimes through the summer I get that urge. It's funny because I didn't end up on a patio once this year, but through the summertime I still get the urge to have cold beers on the patio once in a while. I'm surprised it did not happen once this year. Yeah, it's a weather thing though. In the winter I don't get the urge at all. Just the summer. I got all the diamonds. Oh, those are nice. The Diamond Select ones are really nice. I got a Diamond Select. Actually, I used to. Glenn has it now. The Diamond Select, one of the Back to the Future cars. The 1 of 15 scale, I believe they are. But the Knight Rider one is friggin' nice, man. There's a guy selling all 3 of them on Marketplace. He wants $750 for the 3 of them, though. Yeah, but those ones are nice. The Knight Rider one too. Somebody did a video showing me and Glenn actually Chico. Chico's military model diecast collection.
In Philadelphia or Pittsburgh?
The guy in Philly, Chico.
Yeah.
He did a video showing me and Glenn his Knight Rider, his Diamond Select, and we were pretty impressed by how it looked. And he also has the Hot Wheels Elite Knight Rider, which was pretty nice. I didn't know the bottom of it looked the way it did. I was pretty impressed. Yeah, apparently Car is like the chase almost out of them. But yeah, the guy had all 3 of them. You got the Lincoln. Which Lincoln, G, do you got? Oh, the Lincoln from RLC. Sorry, I see now, G. Yeah, somebody messaged me. I was at work for the Lincoln, and it had passed me by, and he asked me, "Did you get this?" And it was like hours before, and I was like, "Nope, forgot." Yeah, the Lincoln looks nice. Sometimes RLCs seem to come overnight too. It's weird. Sometimes you'll wait months and months, and other times, boom, it seems like you get them 3 days later.
I didn't even bother joining that RLC club with Mattel.
It's worth it if you collect that stuff because it's better to order it yourself than pay somebody else double. But you do that if you collect them. You know what I mean? Like for somebody like G that
crushed and smashed to hell.
That happens. Luckily, it didn't happen to me because most of my stuff when I was ordering RLCs, I lived at the apartment building, so the mail guy would take it in. It was a security building and take it right up to our apartment door. That was another good thing about that. So my stuff never ended up in the rain. Anyway. But yeah, RLC, I remember that pink Skyline. Wow, was that ever a big deal. The Nismo one, I tried to get that, but I didn't end up getting it. I went for it, but missed it. You know, I only know one person. I would love to know production numbers. You know the San Diego Comic-Con 2022 Knight Rider? I know one guy that got those out of everybody. Justin got 2 of them, and that's how I ended up with one of them. Everybody I know, nobody else got it except Justin. And there was one other guy in ODA because somebody made a column asking if anybody got it. Justin's the only guy I knew personally that lucked out with that, and he got 2 of them and hooked me up with one. And there was one other guy I think I seen in ODA. I would love to know the production numbers on those because like nobody got them. RLC is getting a bit too expensive. Yeah, they're getting expensive, and the production numbers are getting more and more. Like, that's what I don't like. Like, Glenn has... So I'll be right back, guys. Glenn has a lot of stuff. Older stuff. Like, for for example, his Ghostbusters Ecto 1 RLC, which is awesome. It's the classic Ecto 1, and it's on the classic RLC card. I look at the number on the back of that, and it's like 3 or 4,000 or something like that. Like that, runs of like 3,000, and now they're runs of 10 times that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
50 and 60,000.
Yeah, like the older stuff, I would love to have like in an Ecto 1 RLC that's under 4 or 5,000 pieces. Like that's hot, hot, hot. But yeah, now they're just firing up the press. I actually was investing in that candy striper, the 118 guys. You remember that 118 that they were gonna do with a candy striper? I threw $500 at that actually, and they ended up refunding me. What they did with the prototype actually, because they made one, and they were gonna make more. It was gonna be crowdfunded, but they actually auctioned off the only candy striper one. Oh yeah, the 1 of 64 is crazy too. Yeah, that's like the Godfather RLC. But yeah, they never made. They made one, Kevin. They only made one of it. They didn't do the production 118. No, because it didn't make enough money. They ended up refunding. I went for it. Dave Herod went for it. A few of us went for it, but they ended up after a couple of months, I think it was. They didn't get. I didn't think they were gonna hit it either. Yeah, it would have been nice though. But what they did is the one that they did make, they ended up auctioning it off. It was all over the internet and everything. I don't know who won it or how much they got for it, but can you imagine that, having the only one? It would have been the one of one for that car, the 1 of 18. It's only my second year of RLC membership. Yeah, I think it's only my second year too, to be honest, my friend. Yeah, that's what I do now too. I try to go for ones I love. Like that's it. The number doesn't matter to me anymore because it is what it is, right? So I go for the ones I really love is what I would do in that situation. Um, I kind of kicked myself I didn't go for the Transformers one because I didn't expect it was gonna look the way it does on the card. But then when you guys were starting to receive them, I kind of kicked myself. I was like, I should have ordered one. Yeah. But I won't get one off the secondary market. Because the people just, they want too much money. So I think everybody in the chat right now pretty well is in Canada, eh? I think all of us here. Pretty sure, anyway. Holy jeez, guys, we've been on for 73 minutes, so I think in a couple minutes, Retro is going to cut it short so he could have something to nibble on that's not candy. Yeah, a few people did. I didn't. I regretted it. Not getting the RLC Optimus, I actually regretted it. I was bitching because of the number. But then when I seen people received it, like G in the comments got it. G, I don't think misses any RLCs. He goes for all of them. But yeah, there's a few people I know that got them, and when I seen how cool they looked, when people received them, I regretted not getting it. I admit that.
I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, it was a couple months back. Yeah. Yeah, I regretted it. Because it just looks cool on that card the way they did it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you were, that was a smart move. But you got all of them, which is awesome. Because at the end, you're going to have a really, like, I would want it complete too. Because you have everything complete already. So you don't want to be missing. You passed on the RLC Optimus, but I appreciate the ingenuity. Yeah. Like I said, I knowingly passed on it, and I kind of regretted it afterwards because it looked cool on the card. But that would be something I would buy just to hang on the wall. And it's not something I had to have. Obviously, if they came out with like an RLC Knight Rider, like not the San Diego Comic Con, like one on a card, something like that, I would go for that. If they ran the Ecto again, even though it was a rerun, I would go for that. Glenn has the Ecto and it's beautiful. Glenn's got those convention ones too, the Ectos that like glow in the dark and stuff like that.
And the Zamek one,
with the flames or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. The Zamek one. Wow, yeah, I believe it. G's only missing 2 RLC's cars since he started in 2001. Yeah, he has. Yeah, if you've seen the video, you probably watched the video of his house, Nate. Yeah, he's got a crazy collection. A very, very crazy collection. And his stuff is all stuff that he got in the stores himself. Like, walked in and got most of it. So, all the old stuff that's appreciated now, like his, what you call it, the cinema cards. Wow, he's got the entire. He's not missing a single one of them. That's impressive. That is very impressive. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to cut her off. That way I can go in. My neck is starting to get sore the way I'm sitting. I'm getting old, you know. So, and it's a little bit damp in the air. That's why I'm feeling a little bit tight now. I think we are going to get squalls, maybe. I got squall warnings on my phone, so, earlier.
Toronto got hammered today with rain.
Yeah, apparently Toronto got hammered with rain, Glenn was saying, so.
Yeah, the ramp from the 401 East to the 400 North was flooded, and Torontonian got his car stuck in the middle of it.
They try to drive through it in cars. Well, yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for coming out. It was an awesome one, and this time, usually when I log in, I'm waiting a couple minutes just till people get situated. Waiting a minute or two, I'm chatting to myself. This time there was people actually waiting for me to click in, so that was awesome. And thank you guys for coming. Thank you, G, for being so active in the comments. Max for being active. Nate for being active. All you guys. Kevin Killjoy. All you guys. My friend from Ireland. Thank you all for coming out, because you guys make this show. So, another Retro Live, guys, down the books. And if you didn't see the video from earlier today, check it out. But anyway, guys, let's call her a night. Have a good one, guys.